Right, how's the day gone?
Interesting.
Hmm. Well, I have raised a couple of nonconformities today. Did you have any findings?
Well, I raised one in the packing area. The operator wasn't carrying out the procedure against their work instruction. I also found an opportunity for improvement because the competence records are a bit disorganized and they should look into a more formal structure for accessing them and keeping them up to date.
Good. Well, that's three nonconformities and opportunity for improvement. I don't see any of the nonconformities severely impacting the service, do you?
Mm.
Hmm. Okay. So, do we agree that we should recommend them to the procurement director?
Yes, I think so.
Good.
Hi, you okay? How's it going? Have you had a good day?
Yeah, it's been very interesting. We watch your company video, and how nice this is a family-owned company.
Oh, yes, in fact, my executive assistant is my niece, and my son and daughter work here as well. In fact, I think you met my daughter this morning when you were looking at HR processes.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that, and she didn't mention it in the interview process.
Oh, okay. So, anyway, did we pass the audit?
Well, if you remember from our meeting this morning, this isn't a pass or fail assessment. We are here to make a recommendation to our procurement director as to, let's say, suitability of your organization to be considered as a supplier to us, based on the effective implementation of your management system.
Okay, so it's not a yes or no based on today.
No, not at all. But I'd like to spend some time taking you through our findings and what our recommendation will be, if that's okay.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. Thank you.
So first of all, we'd like to thank you and your staff for the time you have given to us today. It appears that everyone we've spoken to is open and honest. So that makes really help us to with the smooth running of the audit. Overall, we have identified, let's say, three nonconformities and an opportunity for improvement. Just to recap the difference between the two, nonconformity is defined as the non-fulfillment of requirement within your management system or against the standard itself. And an opportunity for improvement is where we identify the potential enhancement, weakness, or deficiency in your management system.
Three non-conformities seems a lot. Are these going to affect your recommendation? Because we really need this contract.
I will talk you through them now. First, non-conformity was found in your production area. We spoke with one of your operatives. His name is Adam Rogers, and he wasn't following the documented procedures. I had a chat with the supervisor, and he said that he will be given some further training, and hopefully that will solve the problem.
Yes, that's how we deal with non-conformities regarding staff. We always retrain them. Is that okay?
Actually, that led us on to the second nonconformity. Let's find that. Yep, that's the one. I had a look at your internal audit procedures, and I found that this is your process. The standard does require you to determine the cause of nonconformity as well as the implementing the solution. So that way, yeah, you can actually prevent recurrence and confirm that it isn't a procedural issue, but potentially a staff matter instead.
Okay, we will take that one on board.
Thank you. Okay, Sophia identified the other two findings, so I will hand it over to her.
Thanks, Brian. So my non-conformities were very similar to Brian's, as what we noticed was one of your packaging operatives was not using the labeling machine to label the boxes being dispatched. So there's a chance that your customers might not get the right package. And also, when I was interviewing your HR administrator,
Oh, you mean my daughter?
yes, we were looking at the competencies of the packaging team. Just to follow up on my non-conformity, there were some issues around finding the training records for the packaging team. She did find them in the end, but there's still opportunity for improvement to better manage your training records.
Okay, is there anything you could recommend to help with that? Or
Unfortunately, we can't give specific solutions, but you could consider a training record software solution, or perhaps looking at how you group your records and see if there's any better way to handling that. If you wish to retain paper copies. And just to remind you that this has been conducted based on a limited sample of personnel and the documentation. But I'm pleased to say that we'll be recommending you to our procurement director. Yeah, please bear with me that this doesn't mean to say that you will get the contract. The decision is still down to our procurement team.
Okay, that's fantastic. Excellent. I mean, it really is a big opportunity to be considered, and I'd like to thank you very much for that. Much appreciated. Jack, would you like to slip off now? You have lots of work to do, or are you okay?
oh, actually, do you mind if I stay a little while? I'd like to know what the next steps are for us.
No problem. So what will happen now is I will write up the final report and then submit it to my procurement director. And I believe it was agreed that you would also get a copy.
Okay, and when can we expect that, Brian?
Well, our turnaround is about 5 days, working days. So give it a couple of weeks. Okay, if you're successful and you win the contract, we will need you to carry out a correction plan for the 3 non-conformities that we raised today.
And the opportunity for improvement?
Not only the non-conformities, it's up to you if you want to action the OFI. So once the contract is signed, we would require you to complete a corrective action plan and send it to us within the 30 days of contract being complete. This will be part of an SLA within the contract. We will then work with you to see the evidence of the non-conformities being closed out. Does it make sense?
Yes, but what sort of evidence would you want to see?
That would depend on what your corrective action plan is. But we will work with you on that as and when the time comes. Okay, so I think that's everything. Thank you very much for your time today. Do you have any further questions?
No, not from me. Jack?
No, I'm fine. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.